Welcome back to How to Pottery and Crafts. I'm Vanessa, and today we're going to be learning how to make fish wind chimes. Today we're going to focus on the pottery aspects. You're going to need a kiln for this or access to a public kiln. To find a community kiln, possibly, do a quick search for your local ceramic store, clay store. I think they're mostly called ceramic stores. The dogs just let themselves in. Hello? So do a quick search for a ceramic store, clay store in your area, and they usually sell space in their kiln, or your local college if they have anything like that. They'll sell space in theirs, and sometimes the high schools, if they offer a pottery in their art program, they sell space in theirs. So you can find it anywhere. Just put out your feelers on Facebook or something and say, hey, if you're local, I'll pay you for shelf, kiln space. Today we're going to talk about ceramic wind chimes. We used a high fire clay, but we only fired it to 04 and to 06. We did not go all the way up to 6. But these turned out really, really good. I'm going to show you where to get the molds for these. That's right. Use little molds so they all look the same. And we got these to hang them up on, and we can put them outside. Let's get started. We're going to use a slab roller here, but if you don't have a slab roller, this can also easily be done with a rolling pin and 2 guides. Some of my other videos show you how to do that. Go around. Other way, other way. It's rolled up on the side. There we go. Turn it. Now, we're going to do this. We're going to spray these, and just like we sprayed everything else. You can also spray directly on the clay. The spray does burn out in the kiln. Once you've pressed the wood into the clay, it's time to cut each individual one out and set them up to dry. After you cut them out, they need to be weighted down so they don't curl up. I use old socks with fish tank gravel. Some people use kitty litter or sand. I don't really like the sand because it kind of filters its way through the sock eventually, so use whatever works for you. Once completely dry, bisque fire them to 04. Now let's glaze them. I put 2 coats of each color, one for the body and one for the tail, and they turned out really well. Once they're dry, we're going to put them in the kiln and we're going to glaze fire them to 06. The next day we have wind chimes. They turned out really good. Okay, now that everything's out of the kiln, we're ready to put our wind chimes together. I have an example here for you. I'm not going to fill up 20 minutes of me tying knots. I think we all know how to tie a knot. I'm just going to show you kind of how it looks when it's done. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to show you all the resources where I got everything, where you can get it. Or just find something similar and do your own thing. You don't have to have these, because these are so light. I ended up having to go over most of these with a Dremel, and I was like, It's a good template for making lots all at once. That's really what these are for. So doing them individually by hand, you can do that. This is just a lot faster is all, and these are just pennies a piece. So if you stick around, I'm gonna show you where I got everything, or you can just go find your own. This is what the finished wind chime looks like. It's got that kind of a bamboo wood sound to it, even though it's ceramic. It's pretty cool, and that's probably because it's hitting this ball. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, so what I did is this is actually a plant hanger. You buy these, and I think I got sets of 3 for hanging outdoor plants. but you just put it around this or anything, whatever you're going to be using, and you just take your pliers and crimp it together. And there you go. I used double jute on this. I really wanted the thick jute string, but everywhere I looked, they don't have it out yet. You know, over here in Texas, we have our gardening and our pool stuff out December 26th, but this year, for some reason, they just didn't put the damn jute. But this year, for some reason, they didn't put the jute out. So I had to dig around in my garden stuff and find this. And it was kind of thin, so I doubled it up. But I like the way it looks. It looks really cool. These little floats right here, I do believe I got this off of Temu. You get like 6 for $6. This whole thing is incredibly cheap and fun to do. And if you noticed, the only thing I did was just tie it to it. And that's it. Aren't these adorable? I love the glazes together, how they move, kind of looks swampy. Now that is the one that I used a Dremel for on the wood and made the design deeper. This one, I did not, and you can tell. I know I've been promising the wind chime videos for a while now, and we have just had some wild weather. In fact, we're going to get tornadoes tomorrow, so I thought I'd hurry up and finish at least one of them. In the next video, next time wind chime video, I'm still working on this one, but it's almost done. I finally figured out what I'm going to hang from it. This is another wind chime, and I'll show you where I get this and how I do this. It's a lot of the same, a little bit different, but still a lot of the same. And you can also look for the video on plant markers. These will be coming out very soon, very timely. Gardening season has started. I don't know if I'm going to sell these on my Etsy or not. I don't know. I might. Y'all tell me what you want. Tell me what you think. But these turned out really good. So look for that video. It'll be coming in the next day or so. And until then, thank you from How To Pottery and Crafts. This is the glaze I use. This is Mako. The Tahiti grape is the bottom of the tail, and the pagoda green, that is the rest of the fish that kind of looked like it was swamp. For this project, I used the Hobby Lobby High Fire moist clay. It worked pretty good. This is a Temu find. You got 4 of them for $4.46. This is the top of the wind chime. They're about $3 each. Now the smaller ones, which I wish I would have gotten, are about $6 for 6 of them. I paid $9 for mine. And here's the 20 piece of the wooden fish.